Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm excited. I am so excited about networking with everybody out there, and who I have on today, I'm super excited about this. First of all, I want to say we are live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We'll share the show later on. My first guest is Susan Tanko. She's the president of WCI Business Sales, which is now located at the Biltmore Center. We're going to talk a little bit about that. She's also, I have to say this, thank you for not only being a friend that I've now met and gotten to know. She's also been a sponsor for over a year. I really appreciate you and supporting me and the show. And you were a listener first. That was really kind of neat that you were a listener.
Absolutely.
That was great. Thank you. And I want you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do and what you're so excited about with your new changes that you have for this year.
Thank you, Carol. It's always a pleasure to be here. So WCI Business Sales has now been around almost 60 years.
Wow.
We are the original brokerage service in Phoenix, Arizona. We cover the entire state, by the way. We normally have between 12 and 18 agents statewide working. Some work part-time, some work full-time, and we have three owners now. So we're growing to the point where we can afford 3 owners. We just moved into the Biltmore Center about 6 months ago.
It's beautiful.
Which is so exciting. You came to our holiday party, thank you very much. And it was wall-to-wall people for an entire 4 hours. It was really fun to have our open house. So the reason I'm here today, Carol, is to talk to people about what we do and invite perhaps some realtors who are out there twiddling their thumbs, wanting something new to learn, to come work with us.
That's awesome. Now, when you are asking this, can you tell me if they want to do something new, do you help train them in that area?
Absolutely. So to be a business agent, you need to be licensed with the Arizona Department of Real Estate because we are dealing with leases. We are selling commercial properties occasionally. If those are connected, sometimes we'll sell buildings on their own. So there's still that opportunity to sell real estate. We're always dealing with leases 9 out of 10 times. You need to understand profit and loss statements, tax returns, basic numbers, financial accounting types of things. We're not experts in those areas because we're not licensed, so we can't say that we are experts, but we know how to read a financial statement. We know how to pull out the EBITDA or the owner's cash flow, determine the value of the business at the time that we meet. So it's a whole process. It's really, really fun. But for me, and long story short, when I came to work for WCI, my father owned the company, and he said, you really need to come work over here. These agents are doing so well. And I said, I don't like salespeople. I never trusted salespeople, and that's a personal thing for me. But I learned after I came here that this is not about sales. This is about matchmaking. It's about finding the seller someone that works with them, and they're mostly looking for a clone, but we can get pretty darn close.
Well, the reason why, too, is because of your expertise that you have, what you bring to the table. And when you say matchmaking, not only are you matchmaking, but you are also fulfilling a dream, for people who had originally started businesses for certain reasons, but also not only fulfilling the dream, getting them top dollar, as close, if not more, than what they ever thought.
That's absolutely true. So 2025 is going to be really interesting. The reason I'm here looking for more agents is because we need more listings. We have so many buyers calling us right now. We have LOIs, we have backup LOIs, we have contracts with LOIs and back of the contracts, especially in certain industries. So we need inventory very badly. We need agents to bring that inventory, and if you decide to do this full time and you make this a career and not a side job, you will make a lot of money as an agent.
And would you find, what's the difference between selling a business and selling a home?
Some things are similar, but most are different. The number one thing is the privacy, the confidentiality of selling a business. The employees don't need to know that it's for sale. You don't want to have, panic moments where all of a sudden your seller has no employees. And the buyers are looking for something that will fulfill their needs, pay their bills, have some money left over after debt service to grow. And buyers like to buy things they're familiar with. So if you've owned a construction company before, or if you sold your pet store in Michigan and you moved here, you're going to be looking for something that you're familiar with normally. And we just make those fits. And there's a lot that goes into it, Carol, from financing to maybe there is no financing available, maybe there's some issues going on there, but we can make it happen however it needs to happen. As long as the buyer and the seller are on the same page, they want us to make it happen, we are the negotiators.
So they're looking for real estate agents.
They're looking for business brokers.
Business brokers. If you're out there and you want to be a business broker and you want to get involved with, I think what's wonderful is we have more businesses all the time. It seems like it's never ending, with that, but they're looking to hire people. The phone number to call is 602-795-2005. Check them out on their website. It's WCIBroker.com. Now, a lot has happened in the real estate market, right? And you want to talk a little bit about that. What has happened?
By the way, you don't have to be licensed when you come to WCI, but you do once you decide to go to work for us. So we are interviewing salespeople, okay? We're looking for someone that has a proven sales record, is not scared, is creative, understands the basics of financials, willing to learn. So that's what we're looking for, Carol. We want personable people who don't take things personal, if you will, because sometimes these deals become emotional on one side or the other, maybe both. So we need someone with some common sense and even keel.
And salespeople, and let me tell you something, folks, we're all salespeople, but some people are a little bit better than others, and we're looking for people who are looking to do something like this and maybe add it to what you already do, or become full-time, which would be awesome. We only have a couple of more minutes before we go to a break. What do you want to talk about before we do that? Do you want to talk about what's going on, or should we wait to come back?
Oh, we can wait till we come back, but
Let's talk
basically,
about the people that you're looking
the
for.
people, so, we're looking for problem solvers. It doesn't matter what business it is, each has its own caveats, its own issues, its own problems, there's nothing perfect. So we need problem solvers, people who are creative, willing to come, train, learn, listen, and meet with your comrades.
And with the people that you have that have been there for years, all of these years, they're gonna help you get those deals
Absolutely.
go through. I think that's also the point that
We
you
are a
wanna
team.
make. Yeah,
We
it's
are
a
a team.
team effort, and when a deal happens, you're all excited, and you're all helping to get that deal go through at the best way possible for you. And that number to call them direct is 602-795-2005. They're looking for salespeople, and they're looking to hire now. They want them to come on and start making your new year a new you, and be excited about something different that you can do. It's WCI Broker without an S, so WCIBroker.com. Again, 602-795-2005. We're going to come back in just a minute. Still live in the room, okay? So we're still live in this room on Facebook.
Yes.
So we're going to keep on talking a little bit more here.
Okay.
What is your favorite part about what you do?
Meeting people, going on listings, and learning how they got to where they are.
The stories.
The stories. I love the stories.
And if it's okay with you, when we come back, I would really like to talk about that. Because this, when you talk about it's a matchmaking, it's learning about these people and their lives and what they've worked hard for all their lives. And it's not just selling something. it's really a story, and you put the chapter to an end.
Well, there's a lot of hand-holding and there's a lot of risk when you sell a business, and so you need to know how to mitigate that risk and get it down for your client. So we'll talk about that when we come back on, but we do represent sellers, we don't represent buyers. But there are things we do for buyers that we work really hard.
Well,
We
you
grab
do.
the reins on the deal.
Well, and I think that is probably what makes you different than anybody else that owns a company like this, because you are so passionate about what you do.
I love what I do.
Yeah, you do. And you've been doing it how long yourself? I mean, how long
Well,
ago?
I actually came to WCI to buy a business.
So you, did you ever do that, or did you not? Did he say, no,
No.
you're not gonna do that, you're gonna come here?
No, my father said, why would you wanna do that? You have no employees, you cut your own hours, and you're cutting your own paycheck. Why would you wanna own a business? And after he said that to me, 5 or 6 times, I caught on.
How old were you though when you did that?
I started in my 35, 34, so now you're giving away my age.
It has
It's
nothing
okay.
to do with your age.
It's
It has
okay.
to do with
I
your
have been doing
experience.
this, all 27 years,
And
so
actually,
do
to
the
be
math.
honest with you,
Do the math.
it even goes further than that. It's not just that, it has been ingrained into you. You were
It
born into
is,
this,
yeah,
in a sense.
yeah.
I mean,
well,
I don't know how much your dad
my
talked
father
about
is
that.
known as the Obi-Wan Kenobi of business brokers, even to today, and he still
Really?
does it, yes.
Wow, is he still around?
Oh, yes.
Oh, nice.
Charles Tanko, yeah.
Wow.
Maybe he's listening today,
Oh.
but, yeah, he convinced me to stay, and I'm glad I did, because about 9 years ago, he came to myself and Dennis Hayes and said, you guys wanna buy me out?
So you ended up buying a business, no matter
Yes,
what.
I did buy a business. I bought a business,
Yeah.
yeah. And then we brought on a third partner, Vinny Sopra. He's just phenomenal.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
almost everyone knows Vinny. So yeah, it's just been fun.
Yeah, you have done nothing but grow and excel with what you do. So welcome back, everyone. During the break, we always talk to Facebook Land, and I love that part too of what we do, but because it's a little bit longer and I get to learn a little bit more. And I asked Susan just before we came on here, what is your favorite part about what you do?
Well, my favorite part of what I do is getting to know the story, getting to know the people, going on listings, walking through manufacturing or healthcare facilities, and seeing the passion that's there. A lot of business owners, they mostly sell for personal reasons. Either there's something going on in their family that they need to step aside and deal with, or they personally have health issues, or their spouse, or maybe they're just moving, somewhere cooler. I would say warmer, but we're already in Arizona.
And we're
so
in here
there's,
right now, it's cold.
yeah, right. It's cold today, but it's always a personal reason. It's not because the business is failing, which some buyers assume. Why are they selling? Are things bombing? No, it's a personal reason 9 times out of 10. So on that note, we represent sellers only in the sale of their business. Sellers pay us. We don't represent buyers, but we hold a real estate license, so we have a fiduciary duty to our sellers. But buyers, we have a duty of being fair, honest, forthright. If I'm selling an AM/PM and across the street I know there's a QT going in, I must say something to the buyer. I must.
Yeah.
So they're protected in that aspect. I value my license. It's my life. It's my career.
I have to say something, if it's okay, and I think I'm right, I'm hoping I'm right. Because you've always mentioned how you have a lot of buyers already, and this is something, if you're thinking about coming into this business and being a business broker, if you're a salesperson, that's what they're looking for, that's what they want to talk to you about. You already have people in place, so that's really good for them to know that, right? Because now it makes it a little bit easier that they know that you've already got people in place. Practically, you know exactly who to matchmaker with people already.
We do. We have the buyers in place. We have over 50,000 registered buyers. So therein lies the problem. So you have less than 300 listings. You have 50,000 buyers. Probably a third of the buyers are active all the time. what do you do? So you need listings, you need inventory. So any salesperson that comes on board with us is expected to bring in listings. I used to have a goal when I first started this, that I would have 25 listings active at all times. We have an agent, one of the owners now is, keeps 50 at all times, if not more, and he has a fabulous assistant, Tricia. So if you come in and you have a plan and you have listings, the buyers will come. And it will either be a buyer that's already signed up and maybe another agent jumps in and you share that, or maybe it's a brand new buyer or a plethora of buyers because you're dabbing in something we haven't really listed before, or like for instance, right now the technology field is really hot. If you were to go out and list something in that industry, and there's so many facets, we don't have time to go into them all, or healthcare or construction. So 2025, I'm so excited about this year, I can't even tell you. It is going to be so exciting at WCI for the next 4 years because the gates are opening for businesses to make money, be more profitable, hire people, expand, reopen. It's so exciting what we're going through right now. As business brokers, if you're not one, you want to be one.
Well, the best thing that you could do is call them. Their phone number is 602-795-2005. You can check them out on their website. It is WCI Broker, that's without an S, .com. They're located now in their new building, which is at their new place, which is at the Biltmore Center. It's beautiful, and you're doing nothing but growing. And you know what? This year is an exciting year for, no matter what, it is going to be exciting no matter what. It's new. We have some new blood. Things are going to be different. Go ahead.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you. And not everyone is on the same page, I understand. Not even all my sellers are on the same page. Some of them are, there's tariffs and other things coming, which, by the way, tariffs get passed off to all of us, so don't panic over tariffs. We're used to paying the price. But I do see gas going down. I see construction building. I'm hoping that our new president comes up with a way to keep people here that are in construction businesses right now, and landscape and cleaning, and comes up with some kind of a plan to help America and Mexico. I'm just going to be blunt.
Okay.
We need a plan. We need those people. We get it. We see it all. We see it all. I think manufacturing places are going to open back up that we're thinking about shutting down. Manufacturing will build in America. So yeah, I could go on and on. But yeah, today I'm here looking for agents because we need listings because we're just overrun with buyers. You do need a license through the Arizona Department of Real Estate. It's not difficult to get. We'll walk you through that. It's just a few $100s, but it will make you the average agent. If we have time for this, if you bring in 10 listings a year, you should be making 200,000 plus.
So give her a call.
Yes.
People that say that they can't find work and this and that and the other thing, let me just say this, folks. To become your own boss is the best thing that you can ever do for yourself.
Yes.
And yeah, it may cost a little bit of money to get let's say your real estate license, but for you to have that and for you to be your own boss like this it's a whole different ball game. Your life will change completely. And there are people out there, young and old, that can do this, correct?
You're writing your own check, and your age doesn't matter. Ethnicity, we love ethnicity. Would love to have some bilingual person. Would love to have a Korean Mandarin speaking person. I'm just being honest with you all. Vinny speaks 4 languages and he's just incredible.
So I think because there's a lot of people out there that,
Yes.
if you can bring that to the plate, and I think I have somebody for you that I think
Yeah,
you might want to
good.
talk to. And he's
Yeah,
also
there's
a
a
real
lot of
estate agent.
people that are not being represented because they don't feel that anyone understands or speaks their language.
And there's nothing like when you do speak another language fluently, that you're talking in their tongue that they can understand it. They'll feel so much more comfortable.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, we want people to feel comfortable selling.
Mhm.
You know, sell your business with confidence. That's what my,
And that's what you do, you help people do that. Again, that phone number to call is 602-795-2005. What else should we talk about here?
probably the most important thing, if you are considering being an agent, the most important thing that you need to know is you need to have socked away at least a year, if not more, of savings, or you need to have another form of income, because it does take time to build your clientele, get those listings. The average listing takes 7.5 months to sell. That's an average. I've had ones that took 5 years, 3 years, because you're looking for that perfect fit.
But you also help them with training. Let's talk about what they need to come in there to do this.
So WCI has training. We are really gearing up this year in marketing. We have a new CIM system we're putting in. We have a lead system we're exploring. So you just need to be able to jump in, not be worried about paying your bills, and join us.
That's what they want, and they can change your life. The number to call again is 602-795-2005. They're looking for salespeople. More than anything, I think you're just looking for people who want to help other people, right?
Yes, you're basically a matchmaker, but you need to have some real sales skills behind you, or the personality to do so, and be able to listen carefully, because you can really make mistakes in this and you can end up losing your license. You need to be really careful what you're saying to people, understand who you represent, what you can and can't say, how to pass financials across the table, and you can't do that without your seller's approval. There's certain steps, and we have all of that in place. After 57 years in business, it's all set up, it's
Right.
all in place, and we do have training at our office.
Learn from the best.
Mhm.
Basically, that's what the bottom line is. You're gonna learn from the best, and they're looking for people out there that if you have sales background already, that's gonna be great. That's gonna be fabulous for you. 602-795-2005. What are your final words for today?
You know, a lot of people don't even understand that what business brokerage is. They're not even aware that it exists. It has been such a thrilling thing for me. Neither did I. I think you should come at least talk to us.
That number to call again is 602-795-2005. It's WCI Broker without the S.com.